Hey guys, Romie here. So yes, this is the official Big Brother recap. I'll be doing them each week until this show is over. So for the next 3 months, 2 times a week, 3 times a week. And sometimes I'll also go and put up stuff if there's things going on in the house, because as we know, we have the live feeds. I don't subscribe to the live feeds, but I will be watching Big Brother After Dark. And I also follow, Big Brother Leaks on Twitter. And they give a lot of stuff. They inform you on what's going on in the house when we don't see it on CBS or even on Big Brother After Dark. So we'll start off with each cast member. It starts off with 12 people this season. We're like, okay, this is some bull. Where are the rest of them? We're 16. We were told 16. We know 16. So why are we seeing 12? We start off with with Michelle. Michelle is a nutritionist, and I can tell because she knows that she can be overbearing and opinionated. So she's going to try the approach of less is more. Less is more just meaning she's going to actually close her mouth and keep it shut. And we'll see how long that lasts, because we know in the Big Brother house, people have a tendency to reverting back to their old ways. They can't help it. They really can't help it. It's just only a matter of time. We have Paulie, and Paulie, he's actually related to someone who we're familiar with. Yes, from Cody from Big Brother 16. Did I say what season this is? Just in case I didn't say what season this is. This is season 18 we're on. And Paulie is thinking the best route for him is to just shut it down, shut up. Don't tell anyone who his brother is, because his brother made it to the final 2, so they're going to automatically see him as a threat. Not only are they going to see him as a threat, they're going to say, why in the hell do we have this dude here? He's just going to go and win everything. And he's a DJ slash owns a fitness center in New Jersey. And so they're definitely going to see him as physically strong. He's going to present himself as physically strong, as we know. Another person who should look familiar, and it's funny because he's Cody's older brother, and I can kind of see that because Cody was fun, but he did come off as a little bit immature sometimes. So hopefully Paulie being Cody's older brother, even though it's like, holy crap, is this what it's like to grow up with siblings? Because these people look exactly like, not only do they look like each other, their mannerisms, hairstyles, I'm like, what the hell? This is how it works. So Tiffany Russo, aka Vanessa Russo's sister. Yes, and Tiffany shares something else with her sister. She's sexually fluid. Vanessa is lesbian, but Tiffany's pretty much bisexual. So that's going to make for an interesting season. Now, Tiffany is less emotional than, I'm not reading that, I'm just looking down to make sure I remember everyone's names. I don't need that bio crap. Tiffany's less emotional than Vanessa, which is great, because as we know, Vanessa's game almost got blown up 1,000,000 times just because she got into her head too much. The next person we have Cody, is it Cody or Corey? Corey Brooks. He's like the all-time American goody two-shoes, very tall, athletic build. I think that he'll make it far because I don't see him making too many waves. He just seems like he's going to be a positive, nice, aka kind of boring for TV. Like, let's just be honest, kind of, unless he gets put in the showmance, which a lot of people this season want to be put in the showmance. He's not going to be too exciting. But who will be interesting to watch, whether you get annoyed or not, is Victor. Victor is, again, everyone on this damn season. I'm like, how are these people 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, and one person's 50 years old? How the hell do all these people not look like me? I'm the same age as them. What the hell? What the hell? But then again, they work out. I never do. So I'm not complaining about that. But Victor, he's going to be a big flirt. I have a feeling that he's going to be interesting to watch for entertainment value. But I don't know if he's going to be... I don't know if he's going to make it super far. Like, he can win competitions. But aside from winning competitions, he could potentially get irritating over time. Because in this house, you have to be entertaining, personable, which he is, but also knowing to tone it down. I'm not sure if he'll be able to tone it down enough to where he won't rub people the wrong way. Speaking of rubbing people the wrong way, we have Jose Flores. Jose, I thought that he was gonna, because he's technically the gay character for this. Well, technically there's two, but he's the male gay character for this season, and he's not the stereotypical gay guy that they normally get for these shows. He's definitely, like, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't have thought that he was gay if they didn't tell us. I'm just being honest. Maybe it's just me, but I can't be the only one who thought that. No, he's just playing. No, I don't see it. But he's definitely has personality. I think he's gonna be a villain. I think he's gonna be a mix between a villain, but people are gonna like him because he's actually a strong character and they appreciate that. We appreciate strong characters, so we'll like him for that. But I don't know. I could see him for being a villain. I could see him potentially for being mean. I can just see it. So the next person that we have, her name's Natalie. Natalie is technically, even though she's an event coordinator, she's going to be very bubbly. She could be good at competitions. Again, everyone's in shape, but I'm not sure what to make of her. I hope she doesn't become the, what was it? The Valentina? Not Valentina. The Victoria. I wonder if she's going to be the Victoria of this season. Because I can almost see that. I don't know why. I can almost see that. The next person is Glenn. And he is a retired police officer. But the thing about him is Glenn has a lot of knowledge and foresight. And the issue is, though, he's 50 years old. He looks good for his age overall. But the problem with that is that with Glenn, it's this whole thing of, okay, what type of angle are we going to work? Because he's definitely not going to be like the Derek. You know, Derek was a little bit older, but he could definitely pass for one of the young people. Glenn, on the other hand, that is not the case because, again, he is older. He definitely seems he's going to be a little bit more rigid. He can be fun, but I don't know. He could be out soon. He really could be out soon. So the next person is, we have technically two, I think it's two black characters this season, at least for now. And, well, for a little while, because we know what happens a little bit later on. Sakaya. But I'll know her name for tonight. I'm sure I'll hear it again. And Sakaya, of course, she looks good. We appreciate that. She has a little bit of a, she's not mean by any means, but I could see her as having an edge, and I don't know if she's going to get along with people. But then again, she is smart, so she's not overly emotional. So, or really emotional, so maybe she will get far. But I have to see the social game. Again, this is only the first night for us, so we have to see the social game. Bridget, oh, cute little Bridget. Bridget, here's the thing about Bridget. When it comes to Bridget, I feel like she could go far, but I don't know. Only because of the fact that she could blend in. I don't think that she'd be a floater, though. Bridget, to me, is a wild card. You know who's technically a wild card, but could be out soon, and he probably doesn't even realize it? Paul. Paul is the type of guy who, he's the, you know, rocker slash clothing designer. Well, he doesn't design clothes, but he sells clothes, so shout out to that. But he's actually pretty small, and that doesn't matter. But I'm just saying that because his personality is really big. It's really big, and I feel like he's gonna annoy people really quickly. And I don't know if it's just because he's really excited to be in the house, or if this is how he's going to be for the whole season. Because for 90 days, people don't want to deal with someone like that. They don't. He just has to learn that they don't. Bronte, I don't know. Bronte could be a floater. She's not going to be a floater purposely, but she could be by default. Because she's, again, the mathematician, but she's not saying she's a mathematician because that's the smart thing to do. And the thing about that is, I don't know if Bronte has it in her to, I shouldn't say has it in her, but I'm not sure how far she's gonna go. Because just because you're smart doesn't mean it guarantees you victory or win in this type of game. So that's why I'm wondering, what is she going to do to separate herself? And that it's really weird. It's really weird because Paulie makes sure that he doesn't mention the fact that he's, of course, Cody's brother, for fear of people thinking that he's a huge threat. And Tiffany makes sure that she doesn't say anything about Vanessa until dun dun dun. Julie goes and tells them that, you know what, there's actually 4 more people and they've been in the house this whole time. They haven't heard you, but they've been in the house this whole time. And I was looking at those suitcases. I'm assuming that those suitcases were set up that way so that people could come in, because they're all pretty big, so those suitcases weren't that big. So I'm thinking either there was a hole in the floor or something, because they all kind of popped out of the same suitcase. So there was something weird. They probably designed it a certain way. Anyway, so the first one who came out was Nicole. Yes, cute little country girl Nicole is back. And the thing is, of course, Paulie is freaking out because with someone like Nicole back, that could blow his whole cover. Because Nicole is someone who actually, she's played the game before. She can look at Paulie and easily tell that, wait a minute, you can't tell me that that's not so-and-so's brother. And remember, when these people are in the house with each other and they win HOHs and all that, you get to see their family photos. So I don't remember if we saw Paulie in the family photo, but that's what I was also thinking. And also with Vanessa, of course, Vanessa won a couple of times, so we definitely saw her sister. And I think Caleb was lusting over her, so we definitely know who her sister is. So they all have to be cognizant of that. And that's why Cody, once, you know, so it was Nicole that came back. Mama Day is back. Yes, Mama Day is back, and I couldn't be more thrilled. I love Mama Day so much. She was one of my favorites, even though she wasn't there for that long, because she's great for TV. She's very combative, and she speaks her mind. She's saying how she knows she can't do that this season because she wants to last longer. I'm saying we'll see how long that lasts, because at the end of the day, look, your personality eventually comes out, especially when you're in this house for so long. That's part of the issue. Your personality just eventually comes out whether you want it to or not. And I think that'll definitely happen for Mama Day. Now, James is also back. Yes, our little Asian, what was he? Our Asian country boy. I forgot the nickname that we gave him, but he's back, and you know, he got a little haircut, and so it's like, oh, James looks a little mature. Oh, look at that. And the last person to come back is Frank. Yes, Mr. I win everything, Mr. I want to have a good time, but at the end of the day, I'm a super threat and don't mess with me. Frank is back. And I'm excited too, because Frank also got a haircut. Everyone looks a little bit more polished. You know what happens. You get on TV, you look, you see how you looked, you see how people talked about you, said certain things, and you fine-tune a couple of things. Except for Mama Day. She didn't change the damn thing. Neither did Nicole, but the guys definitely did, which wasn't a bad thing. Now, here's how it works. This season, they're going to be playing in teams. They're actually going to be playing in teams for most of the season. It's not for the whole season, because let's be real. At the very end, you can't do that. So it's probably going to be until a certain point, and then they're going to cut that off and introduce something else. We know I'm a little bit nervous because Mama Day, he did flip on Mama Day and vote her out, or help to vote her out. So he's probably a little bit worried that at some point she's going to go and return the favor. But right now, Mama Day and all of the other veterans, technically, all 4 of them were just like, look, we have to stick together because we are outnumbered. It's literally 3-1. So we have to do whatever we can to make sure, or what was it, like 2-1, whatever the breakdown is. We need to make 3-1. We need to make sure that we do whatever it takes in order to ensure our safeties against those other people, because their mindset is, oh, they already were able to play this game once. It's not fair. Now, while that's happening, you have the other group that started as soon as the house began, probably the most diverse group, period, which is Jose, Paul, and also, Lord, what's that girl's name? Jose, Paul, and see. Oh, Sakaya. Yeah. So for them, they also were like, we are waging war against the damn originals. They need to go. They need to go quickly. Now, of course, this is Big Brother, so the producers knew that this was going to happen sooner rather than later. So instead of hanging the originals out to dry like they usually do, where, okay, the people who come in and they're associated with someone else or they're veteran, they get targeted and usually get pushed out pretty soon. They said, nah, not this season. They changed the game by switching it over so that now the original, not the originals, I want to call them the originals so bad. The veterans are the ones who actually can't be eliminated unless it's by their other teammates through some dastardly stuff. Now, like I said, they're going to be playing in teams, and it's the veterans that are actually choosing who's going to be on their team. So it's like, okay, that way, technically, it's supposed to be even since they've all played the game before, so it's supposed to be fair and even. I'm thinking to myself, but some of them weren't that good, so I don't know. And while Mama Day was picking out her team, I felt bad because she said Paulie, but she meant Paul. She should have said Paulie, because her meaning Paul meant that Mama Day, not literally, Mama Day actually picked every person that has something against her. I mean, I can't believe it. She picked every single person that has something against her, and they're all on one team. I don't know. I mean, that has to be a first. How does that possibly happen? Because once one gender picks, the other gender picks. So of course, if you're doing it by that way, all three of them, Paul, Sakaya, and also Jose are going to make sure that they choose each other to be all on one team. And the first competition is them riding on a damn rocket ship. That's what they have to do. They have to ride on a rocket ship. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say what the teams were. So the teams, I already told you about one. The other one is Frank, Paulie, Bridget, Michelle. The next one is James, Natalie, Victor, and Bronte. The last one is Nicole, Corey, Tiffany, and Glenn. Now, yeah, all teams are not created equal. Essentially, they had to get in this rock and hold on, but it got very slippery because they kept getting shot with water, and I'm assuming it's some type of paint or solution that's supposed to replicate bird poop. And long story short, their options were Never Never Land and what was their Safeville meant that you were able to be safe. There were 2 punishments, 2 rewards. You could be safe for, one team would be safe for 2 evictions. One team would win $10,000, of course, $2,500 each. One team would be have-nots would be have-nots, and another team would get a mystery punishment. Now, it's probably going to be something comical. You better hope it's something comical, because things will get rough quickly in that house. And so it got down to poor Mama Day. Her team were the first ones out, which meant that they were have-nots. Yeah, they were have-nots for the week. And was it for the week or for the summer? I don't remember. I hope it was it has to be for the week. For the whole summer, that's crazy. But, and so she was pissed. I'm like, Mama Day, keep it together. Mama Day, keep it together. Stop. It was essentially Victor versus Corey versus Paulie. And Paulie falls off. Then it's down to Victor versus Corey. Now, Corey, because he's so tall, he looked unfazed. Victor was thinking, he was calculating, he was moving, scoring this way, shifting it that way, doing that whatever he could. Corey messed up because once Corey had to move, like really move on his own, he lost his balance, he falls off. So Victor's team safe, and you know, it's all well and good. It is all well and good at that moment. But again, this is where the newbies go in and they make sure to let it be known that they have to stick together. they have to stick together because they could be out sooner rather than later. And something really funny happens because Mama Day goes to her team and tries to reassure them that here's a deal that we need to work out. You know, I'll make sure that the veterans, that we don't come after you guys, but I want you to make sure that the newbies don't come after me. Of course she didn't say us, as in the veterans, after me. So Mama Day's playing both sides, which is what she needs to do right now because she really doesn't have any friends. She really doesn't have any friends except for the people who already played the game before. Maybe James will feel a little bad and want to help her out this time, but we'll see. Either way, Victor's really happy. Everyone's trying to come up with team names. One team name is Category 4. Category 4, I'm like, isn't that the name of like a tornado or a hurricane or something like that? And that's Frank, that's Paulie, that's Frank, Paulie, Bridget, Michelle. I'm like, okay, that's alright, that works. Wherever floats your boat. Freakazoids is, what's that girl's name? Natalie, Nicole, Victoria, Glenn, and Corey. I'm trying to make sure that I don't use cheat notes because I can't. I need to learn these people's names sooner rather than later. And Mama Day, her group is called, what's her group called? Big Sister. Big Sister. Of course, that's a group with Jose. That's the with Paul and also Sakaya. And the last one was Team Unicorn. I can't make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. That's with James. That's Victor. And that's Bronte. And who is the last one? James, Victor, Bronte, and Natalie. Yeah, so they have their team names. Look, I'm not really going to remember these damn team names. And Michelle peeps game. She looks at, damn, what's that girl's name? Victoria? Yeah, she looks at Victoria and realizes that, wait a minute now. No, at Tiffany. Tiffany is Vanessa's sister. Yeah, Tiffany, she looks at Tiffany, realizes, you're related to someone. Vanessa! And originally Tiffany was trying to downplay it, but she was like, okay, but you're not going to tell anyone. It's like, no, of course not. Of course Michelle isn't going to say anything because she needs leverage. She's like, Vanessa made it to the end. She actually won, so I need someone like that on my team. That's what I need. I can't go and blow this shot. This could be a great end for me. So I was like, okay, Michelle, I'll give you that. You definitely didn't come off as dumb, and you made even a smarter move than what I initially thought you were going to do straight off the bat. And as I already told you, it's already out in the open that Paulie is Cody's brother. Now, the interesting part is we'll see who holds that against him because, again, I love Mama Day, but I need her team to lose, not so that she gets kicked out, but so that Paul gets kicked out, because Paul's going to piss me off this season. I know he's going to piss me off. And the jury's still out on the other two. But Paul, he's already rubbed me the wrong way. I can't deal with him. The next competition is one where the first team that wins, they automatically get safety as well. The next two teams have to duke it out. And after that, whoever loses, one person's going to become HOH. The other person, they're going to have to fight each other individually. The four people. One person will become HOH. The other person will be kicked out of the house. So, there is that. I'm like, wait, what? 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 Alright. Alright, if you say so. If you say so. Now, because again, someone's going to be kicked out by tonight because today is Thursday. So by tonight, someone's going to be kicked out of the house, I believe. Now, which I was like, damn, that's really rough. Their competition is it's not simple, but the concept is simple. They have to balance, it's three people. They're holding up this triangle symbol. Well, technically it's a circular symbol, and there's a block. They have to create a wooden building. They have to stack it up until the tippy top. It's called Hit the Road. And they have to go and build up each base, each area. Once they do, then they go and they switch, and they become one of the bases that hold it up, while the next person goes and tries to build up the building. Now, all the teams are having difficulty. All of the teams are having difficulty. And you think Nicole's team was in the lead, but they took so long to make a final move that their thing fell. But again, everyone's kept falling, and Mama Day was getting so irritated because Mama Day and Paul are very similar, and because they're very similar, it's very hard for them to work with each other. It's extremely hard to work with each other is what I should say. Which makes sense though if you think about it, because of the fact that Tiffany's team won. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that. Tiffany's team won initially, so they have to go back down, they have to reset, and they have to go and try again. They really have to go and try again. And Mama Day is so upset. She is so hurt because she's like, how am I supposed to win? I came back into this game thinking that I was going to be able to play for myself and make different moves this time, but that's not going to happen if I have to rely on these people, and they're not even listening to me. They are not trying to work with me, so how's this going to work? So now the last two teams, they have to go, and again, it's another building exercise. They have to build what I'm going to call a castle. They have to go and build a castle, build a building out of these blocks, and the winner of that is, it's Mama Day's team. Yes. Big Sister. Big Sister wins. Why does Big Sister win? And why does Nicole's team lose? Because Glenn, who is actually, we knew he was going to be smart, he was trying to tell them that, you know, the base is wrong. But of course, they ignored him. Mainly, I'm assuming because of the fact that they're like, wait, everything is coming together and we're close to the top, so how can the base be wrong? But it's teamwork. So I hope Glenn had a nice talk with them, because they didn't go and blow up on him, because again, they have a lot of mild-mannered people on that team. I feel like I would be on that team if I was in the house. So they didn't blow up on him even though they were wrong. They just let go. They still kind of ignored him. So it's going to be interesting to see how that team works together in the future. But Mama Day is happy. I was happy for her, because that means she is safe for now. And now it's Nicole's team who has to worry about being evicted from the house. So I wonder if Glenn's going to be the first one now, because if it's a physical competition, like physical, he may not make it. He really may not make it. And I'm like, dang, the old person, does the old person ever leave this soon? I'm trying to think, does the old person actually ever leave this soon in the game? I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. Paul still doesn't like Mama Day and wants her to get kicked out of the house. But right now they're safe, so he can't do anything about that. So like I said, I can't believe Devon actually went and she actually went and inadvertently created a team where no one wants her there because she's an original. And plus, Paul personally doesn't like her now because she's basically the same person as him. Basically. So, I will be doing, again, tonight is a new episode, so I'll also be doing a recap or review of that to see what's currently going on. Also, the live feed starts tonight, and Big Brother After Dark, so, and that's on the Pop channel, so go and find that. It starts at 1 p.m. if you're on the East Coast like me. So again, please like, comment, subscribe. I will be doing this every week. Let me know what you think, and you can look at my other stuff as well. But I was so happy when Day's team won.